welcome to this week's episode of Futon Talks. Oh my gosh, it's 4 Futon Talks in the making. Not really a culmination, we're technically still just in the middle, but this time we're talking about Dark Souls 3.
And we skipped one, sort of.
Yeah, and we skipped Bloodborne. We're keeping you on your toes here. We're also going to be trying something a little bit different this time. We've really struggled to figure out how to best talk about these games because they're so immense and so important and so good that I feel like sometimes we just kind of, get lost within our own conversation. But today we're going to start off with talking about the bosses so we don't have to tiptoe around talking about them when we're talking about the rest of the game. But for you guys, just so you understand what you're getting into, it's probably going to be a longer one. We're going to talk first about the bosses, what we like about them, what we don't like. We're going to rank them 25 to 1. And after we do that, we're going to go a little bit more in depth. Talk about the areas, what makes them good, and just have a little bit of a conversation about it. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, do we want to just kick it off or do we want to start with 3 words as is tradition?
I guess let's do the 3 words.
I want you to go first because I actually did not prepare any. I was so focused on preparing everything else.
Oh, that's fine.
Also, this is Christopher Midling, my best friend and co-host. It's been like a month since we've recorded one of these.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back, man.
It does. We don't talk very
forever.
much.
I don't talk to you ever at all, unless it's on the podcast.
You gotta save it for the podcast.
That's right. We cherish these moments. I haven't seen his face for months. This is good.
Yeah.
It's like coming home.
My 3 words are learned, pilgrimage, and ultimate. Do you want me to go into those words right now, or do you want to?
Yeah, man, go for it if you want to. It's up to you.
Oh, yeah. While we're here,
I know you like to hear your own voice.
I do. Pilgrimage. It's what the game is about, honestly. And it feels like one. And I just love the feeling of starting. You start the game in your grave, and you are just making your way. You're on a mission, really. And I really like that aspect of the game. Sometimes the other games feel like you're meandering around, and especially after 2, you're kind of left to your own devices to figure it out. And 1, sort of. And then learned. I played Bloodborne preparing for that episode before this because someone didn't want to play Bloodborne. But this game learned a lot from Bloodborne, and the speed of the game is kind of like Bloodborne. It's a perfect middle between Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And it takes a lot of aesthetic qualities of Bloodborne with the gothic nature of it. You can definitely see it in later areas of the game. And then Ultimate. Mostly because Ultimate is has a finality to it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the ultimate Dark Souls. Maybe not experience, but this is it. I don't know if we'll ever see Dark Souls again, like a 4.
Yeah, like
and
it
I don't
has
think
a sense
we
of
should.
finality. I feel you.
Yeah, I feel like this was the perfect little bow on a really good trilogy.
I love that.
But what are your 3 words? Yeah, open it up.
Sponsored by Rockstar. Okay. No, my 3 words are progression, regression, and quality. And quality could be replaced by the word polished or triple A. You know what I mean?
It's a fine sheen.
A fine sheen. That's right. If we were playing Gran Turismo, it'd be the overcoat.
If I were to add another word, kind of also adding to your words, it would be tight.
Tight.
Or lean. It's a lean game.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel that.
But go
There's
on.
nothing to hold on to. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I really like this game, but I also don't totally love this game. I don't know when we're going to talk about how it fits into the trilogy quality-wise, or into Soulsborne in general.
Mm-hmm. Probably after Elden Ring, right?
Oh my gosh. I guess, yeah. 100 hours later, right?
I mean, I guess we can rank the Dark Souls games and just leave the other ones out for this.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we've ranked them before anyway. We'll probably rank them every time. But
yeah,
there's definitely aspects of this game which are a progression from what was laid down by the prior games. But I think there's also a real regression, which I really feel when I play through the game again.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's just really high quality and a really good time. And it has that polish that makes it, hold up.
Yeah.
After, at least for gameplay and repeated playthroughs. It's a really good game. Man, I don't know. Should we just talk about the bosses right away? Or talk about, overall? Okay, let's do the bosses. Alrighty. So before this, to explain for you guys, to understand our reactions, because this is a YouTube Reacts video. We are going to be going through the bosses from 25 to 1, but we had different lists. And before this, we combined them into one via the power of Excel.
Yes.
So Chris knows his list, but he doesn't know what I put. Anyway, so he doesn't really know exactly how they're going to stack up. But Christopher, the 25th ranked boss.
Yes.
The worst of all is Halflight, Spear of a Church. What a surprise.
What?
Oh my gosh.
The boss you had to remind me of?
Yeah.
Because I thought there was only 24.
Oh my gosh. What do you think of it? Do you actually remember this boss? What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Tell me what you feel.
It's... To be honest, I know why I forgot. Because when I played the game, it was an online player, and they were AFK.
Oh, no.
So it was just a dude standing there, and I just killed him.
That's awesome.
It was great. It was great. Because I remember playing it for the first time, and man, it sucks when there's a really sweaty player.
Someone who's super good.
Yeah. But yeah, totally forgettable.
I'm with you. I mean,
I don't like these bosses.
I hate
cool
these
ideas.
bosses.
Poor execution.
You gotta understand how bad I am at these games, playing this, trying to fight another player is horrible. But the interesting thing is that the entire time I was playing Dark Souls 3, there was that whole thing with the servers being down because of you could be hacked.
Mm.
And so my servers were never up the entire time I played the game because they were shut down by FromSoft. So I just fought an NPC both times I played through the game. I played through the game twice in preparation for this with 2 different builds.
Good for you.
But yeah, that NPC is the hardest NPC in the entire game. Dude, he has so much health. And he just parries you
I do remember that.
constantly.
Yeah, he's just a pain in the butt, man.
It's ridiculous. He parried me 5 times in a row. Using different attacks, different weapons. I
Doesn't
tried
he have,
everything.
crazy magic too?
Yeah, so and granted, I'm sure people who have beat the game and who are good at it are scoffing at me. But man, he's
and if I'm not mistaken, is there a second one that spawns in if it takes too long?
So what happens is there's a painted guardian. From the first game. They spawn in every 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And they're super, super annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, yeah.
What a boss! What an idea! Old
Such
Monk
a
is
throwaway.
fun.
Why even put it in the game? It's so lazy.
I know. I get that it's pretty much purely for Covenant stuff. I think.
Sure.
Because you can join that Covenant and be the spear bearer, but it's so painful.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever. At least Old Monk has the fun hat,
Yeah.
This has no fun hat.
It has a cool arena with all the chairs and yeah.
This boss sucks. You should feel bad, Miyazaki. You want to know number 24?
Yeah.
It's the other version of Halflight Spear of the Church, the Grave Tender thing with the wolves.
Yeah.
I'm surprised this ranked higher than the bottom for you. To me, it's the same but worse. I guess there's no player, though. It's an NPC.
Yeah. I remember it being kind of cool. It's kind of like it's related to Sif in some way, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't think it's... I mean, I think it's a throwback to Sif because it's a grave tender and there's a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But...
yeah, that might be it.
A wolf doesn't have a sword in its mouth.
That's another one that I forgot, and you had to remind me what it was. I haven't played the game in like 2 or 3 weeks because I was moving.
Yeah. By the way, nice setup.
Thanks.
Looks beautiful. I'm sure everyone else is noticing it.
Yeah. Upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. I think we've talked about it before with like other rankings of bosses. None of them really matter until like the top 10 or 5.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty much.
If Grave Tender was like number 17 or 18 for me, it deserves to be 24. Might
Honestly,
as well
like,
be 25.
If they're below 17, they're the worst boss in the game.
Yeah. Who cares?
But speaking of bosses and boss fights, your friend James from work, that's the one who gets mad at me for not putting things on the video, right?
Yeah.
Well, James, I'm talking to you. I'm going to put video here, okay? I'm not going to let you down this time. I'm going to do it. I'm going to have video for most of these bosses. I can't commit to all, but most of them. I recorded like a third playthrough last night and played through like 6 or 7 of the first bosses. Sorry. I have video for like 9 of these. I'm going to get the other ones, and it's going to happen, and I'm not going to make you upset anymore. You matter more to me than
By the way,
else.
he's I don't know if you look at the comments a lot, but he's Randy Leahy.
Oh, he's what a misleading name, James from work. I'm gonna dox you. I'll probably bleep out your name now.
No, he's great. He's so supportive. It's nice.
Thank you, James. Thank you. We're gonna return the favor and do what we say for once. But the next boss, which I have a lot of footage of, is number 23, the Ancient Wyvern. Oh man,
I did see that video that you posted.
Dude.
Oh, there's the dogs.
I hate this boss so much. Like, you know how many times I missed the plunging attack for this boss? I have like 6 or 7 videos of me missing it. I don't know what I do wrong. Half the time my sword goes through the head and I even hit it and like I get a damage tick for it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But what was your experience with this bad boy?
I don't know. He's really cool. Like, I like his aesthetic and stuff, and it's another one of those Dragon God bosses.
Yeah,
sort
like a
of,
puzzle boss kind of.
Yeah, you're not killing anything necessarily, but you're trying to get through a whole area.
Dude, I couldn't imagine doing this boss, but like blind. Because I've known for a year before playing this game that you plunge attack his head and that you go through a level to do it. I 100% would have just attacked his feet for hours.
That's what I did when I first played this game.
Look at you. You weren't spoiled like me.
No.
Was it? How was it? Is he hard? I've never fought him normally.
Not necessarily hard. I felt like the enemies leading up to him was harder,
Dude, the dude with the chain.
There's a lot of parts in this game where it's best just to run through it. Don't even bother fighting them. Like, to be honest. Especially if, like, I don't know. I did kill everything on my first playthrough, but for this playthrough for the podcast, yeah, I was running through a bunch of areas, skipping lots of XP, but I was saving a lot of time.
Yeah, I think that's a common experience. Like, I usually get 70% of a way through a game, and then I just run past everything.
Beeline it, yeah.
It's a bad lesson I've learned for Elden Ring, which I'm 30 hours into right now. Oh, I love Elden Ring. It's really good. But I run past everything every time because it's so easy. Because you have a freaking double jump horse. Like, you can just run past everything constantly. It's a little too easy, maybe. But I mean to run past people, not the game. The game's very difficult. But I don't want to talk about Ancient Wyvern anymore. The thing is a piece of crap. Let's talk about something that I actually feel is worse, and maybe my least favorite boss ever. The Crystal Sage. Man, do I hate the Crystal Sage.
You hate the Crystal Sage?
Yeah, dude. Like,
I kind of like her.
You would. I like the Crystal Sage when it comes back later as a mini boss.
When you fight her sister?
Yeah. I think the Crystal Sage is good if you level like a normal person and put points into Vigor. But I never put points into Vigor until I'm like halfway through the game. Because I just want those damage numbers to go up. Like I'm addicted to it. You know, like I only do strength or dexterity or whatever I'm using. Intelligence or faith or whatever. So the 3 times I've fought Crystal Sage, I have had like a minuscule health bar. And she one-shots me every time, no matter what. And half the magic just goes through walls. Like there's no cover. So you just like hit her. And she's like got this much health left. She's got like nothing. And then, you know, there's 15 of her. And you're dodging. You're hiding. It doesn't work. Nothing works. Nothing works at all. Crystals come out of the ground. A beam of light shoots through walls. It's horrible. I really hate the Crystal Sage. But if you're leveled correctly, it's not hard at all. So
yeah.
But very you like her. What do you like about her?
I just like her aesthetic. You know, it's very cool. It's very high fantasy, old fantasy. I don't know. It's just classic. It's a very classic design. Giant witch hat. Yeah, I mean, she's just cool. Easy.
GG.
But yeah, she's a cool, I don't know, early game cool boss, but she's kind of a throwaway, you know. Especially if when she's reintroduced as like a normal enemy, sort of.
See, that's later on, I like her a lot more later.
She's fine. I mean,
we'll talk about it. I'm sure it'll come up.
I'm sure.
Number 21 is the Old Demon King.
I
don't know where you ranked him. I don't even know where I ranked him.
I think he was 24 for me.
24 for you. So he was like he was like in the middle for me. He was like 18 or something.
Oh.
He is very forgettable.
Yeah.
He's like the 15th big booty demon, you know, that you fight in this game alone. Because there's all those other ones. Yeah. Like Stray on the Bridge and the other one I don't remember that's before him in like the catacombs. What a lame boss. And his health bar is like so big.
Yeah. That's why it's optional.
But I like his arena because you can see like the Capra demons and this, and you know the stray demons or the asylum demons. I mean, and there's like a centipede demon.
Yeah, you're basically on the ruins of wherever the place was called in the first game. I forget.
Lost Islith, yeah.
Yeah, you're basically on top of it or around it. So it's cool to be familiar with it.
Yeah, he's okay. He's fine. Yeah. Well, we're getting to the good ones. Number 20, Highlord Vulner. Where did you rank him?
He was pretty high for me. I liked him a lot. He's like 13.
Yeah, I think I ruined it for you. I ranked him very low. His score was 5, but the scores don't matter. Why did you like him? Tell me what you feel about the Lord himself.
I think he's just super rad. You put like you go up to like the altar or whatever, and this like fog or mist rolls in, and you're like taken into this like, I don't know, nightmare of some kind. I just really like him. He's a giant skeleton. He pretty
seems
easy.
Like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's maybe call him Uncle Vulner.
Uncle Vulner. Yeah.
Yeah. He seemed like the uncle of all the bosses, and I like him a lot.
I like him. Maybe I was harsh on you, Vulner.
And he's the gatekeeper of one of the most beautiful areas in the game, too. So it's a nice memory.
You are a big fan of... Oh, what comes after that? Is it the Smoldering
Irithyll?
Lake? Oh,
No.
Irithyll. So how do you get to Smoldering Lake? Oh, it's right outside. I got you.
Yeah.
Irithyll is very cool. Sadly, we don't get to Irithyll for a little while for the bosses.
Yeah.
Tell me, Chris. What do you think of Dragon Slayer armor as number 19?
They keep throwing this dude at us. It makes me not like Ornstein.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like,
tired
why
of
is
him.
this Dragon Slayer just around constantly? He can't die.
I guess you can kind of think that, this is the actual Ornstein that left on Orlando with Gwendolyn or Guinevere.
Guinevere.
I don't know. They just call him Dragon Slaying Armor, and it's pretty lame. Call him what he is.
It's literally just armor.
It's
being
just armor
controlled by
being
those
like
mobs.
possessed. Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. And
Yeah.
it's like the same stage as Maneater from Demon Souls. So
Yeah,
he can just
you're gonna
knock
get
you
tossed
off. Yeah.
Which is not fun.
But I don't know. He is pretty epic. The music's kind of cool. I like it when he's using his giant shield. I like the scale of the armor this time. In Dark Souls 2, he was like a little turd.
He was,
He was like smaller than you. It was really weird.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a good size.
I like that. They should put that on the box.
It's a good size.
This armor is a good size. I feel like
Cool. How
he's
you feel about
cool. He's like
It's just-
the apex of mediocrity. You know what I mean? I hate his shield attacks. Like, it looks cool, but there is zero tell. Like, he just lightning speed like smacks you with his shield.
Mhm.
So, but it's okay. It's whatever. I just like, it's interesting going through the game with one build and everything's really easy, or certain bosses are really easy, and then you go back and you try to do it again, and it's almost impossible. Yeah. Dragon Slayer was one of those for me, where like it was really easy the first time, but then when I went back and tried again, it was horrible.
Yeah, so probably should have prefaced this earlier, but when I played the game for the podcast, I was on +6
Oh my gosh.
playthrough. He's really tough. Like, he probably would kill me in 2 hits.
Yeah, he does ridiculous damage.
He's really tough. I even had like another player with me. Every time, dead. First hit. Meant nothing. I just stopped because I was running out of embers. I was like, I'm tired of this. So I just had to... It took like a night to kill him, but...
That's horrible.
Just because of those shield moves.
Dude, they're ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I have a problem. I get that they're a thing, but I have a problem with the moves where they like slam something in the ground, wait a second, and like pull it back up out of the ground, and then if you're like within a quarter mile, it like throws you in the air.
Yeah.
What is the deal with these moves? Like, they never look like they hit you, and it like goes against everything you've ever been taught by Dark Souls.
Mhm.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I've been knocked over the wall by those like 3 times.
Terrible.
So Dragon Slayer, oh man, you're a mediocre little guy. Let me tell you about number 18. I feel bad because you really like this one, and I really took it down a notch. We got the Curse Rotten Greatwood.
Oh, why'd you gotta do my boy dirty like that?
Yeah, you should.
So cool.
If you guys are watching, you should have seen the sadness in Chris's eyes.
He's
It's like I just gave him a report card for his kid. That was very sad.
My son's a walking mouth breather. No. What have you done to my boy?
How could you possibly love this son of yours? How do you like Curse Rotten?
How do you
Greatwood?
not
What do you
love
like
him?
about
He's
it?
so cool.
This is
Great
very much a
lore.
Chris-ism, by the way.
Great
This
lore.
is like a Chris
great,
thing.
great music. He's just huge. It's like this awesome scale.
You just love big things, man. The armor
It's
is
just the
just
scale
big
of
enough.
it. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like a Shadow of the Colossus guy over here. I just like he's I don't know, just really cool. I like that he would take everyone's curses to the point where he couldn't take it anymore.
Aww.
And that's what happened to him. He's just like this really sad tree.
It's actually really nice. Poor tree. I didn't know that. So he was kind of playing
so
what's
he was
the
like
chicken demon souls?
So the church was like built around him.
Uh-huh.
And they worshipped him, and they would like pass on their grievances and curses to the point that it just imploded and the whole land like got cursed.
Oh, interesting.
And it turned into this monster, yeah.
Oh.
And it's kind of sad killing it.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And disgusting.
Yeah.
He was popping his pus sacks.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
Cursex.
His curse sacks. That makes sense. Man, well, I'm sorry to tear him down so much.
Nah,
I'm sure we'll talk about it more when we talk about the area. He's an interesting boss, though. He's one of the many puzzle bosses of Dark Souls 3. Number 17. I don't know how you felt about this one, but the Demon Princes.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you rank them? I feel like they were kind of high for you.
They're pretty mid.
All right.
Let me take a quick gander.
I have a thing.
16.
16? Okay, yeah. And they're what? 17? So I probably ranked him really close to that. I have a problem with gank bosses, man. If I know there's going to be a gank boss, I summon for it. I never don't summon for it. Just anything with multiple bosses. So like Ornstein,
like multiple phases?
Or no, like with two people. So like Demon of Pain and Demon of whatever. I have never even bothered to fight this on my own. Because I knew it was a gank. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this. Mm-hmm. But it was just NPC summons. But I don't know. It was fine. It's like, okay.
They're pretty lackluster compared to the other Lords of Cinder, honestly.
Yeah, they're really bizarre. I'm not a huge fan. The Demon Princes are like horrible. So I really don't like them. And it takes so long. Like, because you kill
the
one.
run up to them is...
Oh, you're thinking about Lothric and Lorien.
Oh, the Demon Princes in the
DLC in Ring City.
Yes. Oh, where did I rank the Demon Princes?
You liked the Demon Princes. Yeah, I was like, you like Demon Princes more than Lothric.
Okay, yeah.
That's interesting. I really like Lothric and Lorien. Spoiler alert.
I mean, I put him on 16, so...
I hate this boss. But why do you like the Demon Princes slightly more than Lothric and Lorien?
I like the phases. I think it's 3 phases. Like, you kill the 2, and then you get the third.
Yeah, because it's like kill 1, kill 2, and then
takes on the power of the other prince or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think it's just cool. I like the arena. It's just like this battlefield.
It's cool.
It's like constant battle. It's cool. Because they're fighting at first, right? You catch them fighting each other? Or am I thinking wrong? I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I kind of like them.
I'm glad for you.
They have a ton of moves, especially in that third phase, that are just really eye-catching.
Yeah, kind of spectacular. You know what I mean?
Bombastic.
They're okay. I feel like they're kind of generic.
The run-up sucks. The run-up is abysmal. You have to run through all of it. Don't fight anything. Don't do anything.
Oh, did you never get the bonfire right there?
Oh, I did. But like
you mean like getting to them?
To that, yeah. Don't even look at the sorceress. Leave her alone.
Dude, it is the worst area in the entire game. I'm like, we're going to talk about these areas when we get to them, but oh my gosh, do I hate any area past like Lothric Castle. It's just like, why am I even doing this?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Ranking surprisingly high up this list is number 16, Vort of the Boreal Valley.
Yes.
Where'd you rank this guy? Do you remember?
He was high. He was, I think, number 9 or 10.
Hello. I think I ranked him.
Oh, he was 13.
Yeah, 13. I probably ranked him like 19 or something. Vort's fine.
Dude, I love Vort.
Is it because he's big?
You know it.
You know
No, he's just He's just cool, man. I don't know what else to say. He's just cool.
He's just a cool guy.
I love because like you don't expect it. You know, you've only killed Udyr at this point, right?
I think so. Yeah, this is the
you've
first
only
real
killed,
boss.
This is the second boss, kind of, and he is attached to the abyss in a way, and it's just like it's just kind of cool. I love his like because he's supposed to be a dog, like a warrior dog turned into a beast, like this monster. Yeah. And yeah, I think it's just cool. He comes from the Irithyll. He's like transferred from Irithyll over to this area, and he just has cool powers. And I mean, he's super easy. You just like hover underneath him, and he's dead super fast. But
yeah,
it's just cool.
I recorded me fighting him last night, and I think it took 30 seconds. So he's like a really easy boss. But he's cool. I like him. Right in the middle, right where he belongs. Good job, Vort. And then Vort's daddy, number 15, Pontiff Solivan. How do you like this guy?
No, not really.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's kind of like, oh my gosh. He kind of reminds me of, at least arena-wise, the Dragon Slaying armor from Dark Souls 2, where it's like kind of like this
it's a church.
Unsatisfying arena in like a cathedral with like very few pews. And it does that stupid thing where he like replicates himself.
Yeah.
I'm never into the replications stuff.
Stop replicating.
He's kind of... People love him, I think.
He's people's like favorite boss, dude.
I'm not into him.
I feel like he, along with many bosses and just areas in the game, could have benefited from like the addition of some color. You know, like you said with the arena. Like if this church had like stained glass or something, like it's just this gray church that's kind of bland. Yeah, and he's kind of easy because you can just parry him. But I also hate him because he's just like lightning fast. Like some of his thrust attacks are literally like 1 frame long. It's ridiculous. He's fine.
And when compared to another boss that's like right after him, he's just like a pushover.
He's pathetic.
Especially because they're like kind of similar design.
Yeah, I could
like kind of very royal, very lanky looking humanoid.
Yeah, I feel you. Now he's kind of just meh. I think people overrate him.
Yeah.
Another boss that some people kind of overrate, I think, technically, is number 14, Udyr Gundyr. Who I think we both rated 14.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Udyr is cool. I think he's a good tutorial boss, but he's also easily the hardest tutorial boss in like the series.
Yeah.
Because like what? You got Asylum Demon, who's like a pushover. And then I guess I don't know. What are the other tutorial bosses? There isn't really one in Bloodborne.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's the first boss. So Cleric Beast would be the first boss.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Udyr is fine. I think his design is really cool, and I like him.
I love the design.
How do you feel about Pus of Man in general? The black stuff that comes out of him. It's called the Pus of Man.
Oh, I think that's cool for the most part. It reminds me of Resident Evil 5.
That makes sense. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. And they use it a responsible amount. They don't overdo it.
Yeah, I think so too. It's pretty much impossible to dodge when it... Like, with him, it's okay. When it comes up later in the game, I feel like it's a total crapshoot if, like, you dodge something successful. But I think he's really cool. He's in a good spot.
Dude, he's just so cool, especially when you rip out the coiled sword out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Udyr Gundyr is like judgment or judge, like first judge or something like that. If you look up the translation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because he was supposed to link the flame, right? Or he was supposed to do what you're doing. But
he's
his
a failed
firekeeper
champion.
wasn't there.
Yeah,
So sad.
it's really sad.
And so he just stood around making sure people were good enough, I guess, from then on.
He fell on his sword.
Literally. Goodbye, Gundyr. You were a good guy. Next, number 11, just barely missing the top 10, is the Abyss Watchers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that's a great spot for them. The Abyss Watchers are good. But, like, I feel like I only beat them because their health bar is so small. You know, like, I don't feel like I skill through them. I feel like I just have enough Estus to just survive being hit and then smack them harder than they smack me. I just have a really hard time learning how to dodge him, especially in the second phase, for some reason.
That's weird. Because his
I feel
moves
like Artorias
are...
is easier.
You think so? I don't think so.
I feel like Artorias I could read and like I understood what was happening. In this boss, I just... No matter how I dodged, I feel like I'd always get hit because of the fire.
Weird.
And it was like really frustrating. Because like he hits and then fire comes after it.
Yeah.
So like you just have to dodge weird. And the first phase is kind of frustrating.
How so?
Because my Abyss Watcher friend always sucked balls. So he'd just get murdered immediately. And then I just have to fight like the two of them at once. And it's not like super hard because they have like no health, but I don't know. They're just everywhere. Like you fight him and you're like fighting him in the middle or on one side of the room, and then you just get impaled from behind, you know, because like 15 Abyss Watchers just start trying to kill you. I don't know. I don't like this boss nearly as much as everyone else, but it's good.
I have different problems with them
tell
than
me.
you do. I think they're a little too easy.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I've never had a problem with like their attacks, and Artorias gave me a lot more trouble than they did, for sure.
I mean, Artorias is definitely harder, you know.
Yeah.
From the health bar alone, his health bar is like 4 of theirs.
Yeah.
And I think that's insane. The reason they're too easy is because, like...
Too little health.
Yeah, it's like 5 hits to kill him in the second phase. It's like a normal enemy almost.
But yeah.
But, I don't
they're
know.
mid. They're so mid.
I don't think they're as good as everyone says. I think people just really like
Artorias.
It's
cool that like the final one is like the spirit of Artorias.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. They're a lot cooler in the intro of the game than they are in the actual fight.
Yeah. But I think their lore's cool. I like they go after the Abyss.
Yeah, and they're fighting for the crown or whatever, right? They're fighting over who gets to be the Lord of Cinder.
Yeah, I think it's partially that they're trying to kill the Abyss that's in each other. But I think I also like the idea that some of them want to like go back and like relight the flame, but some of them don't. And they're fighting because I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're cool. I definitely like them. So
yeah.
I don't hate them. I just don't like them enough for the top 10. Number 10 is not your favorite boss.
Oh.
Lothric and Lorien. The twin princes. Lord of Cinder. I love this boss fight. I think this boss fight's so good.
Yeah, it's cool.
So what do you not like about it, though? You ranked it like 17.
I don't know. Something about it was kind of lackluster and bland to me. Yeah, I don't know.
This is a boss that a lot of people have trouble with.
Like, liking them or fight-wise?
Fight-wise. Like, people feel that it's very hard. I don't think it's too bad.
No, the fight isn't bad. I just found them kind of boring. But their lore is cool. How, like, they don't want to be involved at all. Like they're a Lord of Cinder only by like association.
Yeah, they want to
be left alone.
Just let it happen. Yeah, I like them a lot.
That's cool, but the fight itself was, I don't know.
You don't like that teleporting? I think they were just not big enough for you. I think if they doubled their size, you would have really liked them.
For sure.
Well, it makes me sad. They're one of my favorite bosses. I think I ranked them like 3.
Really? Wow. I'm sorry.
I just really like them. I think the fight's really tight. Like, you definitely have to learn how they work. And then, but like once you understand it, like, here's the thing. Fights in these games, I feel like either take 5 or 6 tries and you have to really learn them. And it's satisfying because you're like, it's like a dance.
Yeah.
Or there's fights where you just smack the crap out of someone, they die. You know what I mean? Like, those are the 2 fights that happen in these games. And I feel like this is one of those fights where you have to learn how they work, and it's like a dance. And so it's satisfying to, like, dodge everything, and to attack, and to dodge, and to attack, and to dodge.
Yeah.
So I really like them. Whereas pretty much everything before this, you can just kind of just kill them. Like, you don't have to really think.
Also, for me, out of all the bosses that have multiple phases, I think these are my least favorite of the phase bosses.
It's a very frustrating phase. At least I think. Like, I feel like what do they call those little magic things that like sit around you?
Oh, like the magic orbs that like shoot like a delayed shot or whatever.
Those
and they're
are
like
so
homing.
Annoying. Yeah, the homing soul arrow or whatever. But they're not. They're gold, so they're like faith-based. Oh, man. Those are so annoying. But, I don't know. He's not like the worst. But he's definitely not my favorite second phase.
Yeah.
Are you ready for number 9?
Number 9.
Speaking of magic that hones in on you, we've got Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. I like Aldrich. How do you feel about him?
Oh, he's super cool.
I think he's great. People hate him. I think he's awesome. What's people's
I
problem?
don't know why.
I think he's cool.
He's so cool. Like, he has a way better teleport than Sage does. And yeah, it's just super cool. And it's in Orlando. So like that alone, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm back, And
it was a very nostalgic moment.
Yeah. And just his power, like the dark magic mixed with the purple arrows, mixed with the fire, is just very pleasing to the eye.
Yeah, I think he looks great. He's fun to fight. He's also like eaten Gwendolyn, and he's using Gwendolyn's body to fight you. Yeah. Which is like super cool.
So cool.
So cool. He's awesome. I really like Aldrich, and I don't understand. And I've been arrow spammed. Like, I understand the struggle. I've been there. But you just run. You guys, just don't dodge. Just run.
You deal with it once, and then you move on, yeah.
Like, I don't understand why it's so bad. I get why for, like, speed running it would be a problem. But if you're just playing the game, just, like, run away from the arrows.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's okay. You want to hear is at number 8? He's big, so you better like him. His name is Jorm.
Yeah.
Jorm is cool, man. Great. I love Jorm.
Call back to the Storm King.
That's right, baby.
It's very cool.
I think Jorm is awesome. He's definitely a puzzle boss done right. He's super cool.
Yeah, he has
using the Storm Ruler is really fun.
Yeah, it is. And he has I love his stage. I love his size. Giants in the name.
Oh, even better.
But yeah, I'm blanking a little bit on his lore, but I remember liking it a lot.
I know he's a friend of Sigurd.
Yeah.
And Sigurd is they're best friends, and
yeah,
Jorm like wants him to kill him, essentially. So it's like
this guy right here.
Oh yeah, Sigurd, there we go. Sigurd of Katarina.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's a great
Another
boss.
sad
I like
boss.
Him a lot.
Another sad moment when you have to kill him.
I agree. Yeah. Have you killed him without Storm Ruler?
No.
I mean, I'm not dealing with that either.
I don't have time for that.
Honestly, though. He's super cool, though. I'm glad you like him. I was worried that you wouldn't, because I feel like he's one of those bosses that people might dismiss for being a puzzle boss, but he's awesome.
When I first beat the game, he was my favorite boss.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I see that. He's cool. I like him a lot. And
Plus,
I guess...
his weapon. It's my weapon.
Yeah, baby. I love that weapon. I use that for my strength playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Something great machete?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Awesome.
Bone crusher or something.
Something super edgy. By the way, have you ever tried to like talk about Bloodborne or like Dark Souls to people that don't play video games?
No. Everyone I talk to plays video games.
That's right. That was the correct answer. But
the people who are worth talking to, they know.
Right. Only the people we're talking to play video games, Dad. But man, trying to tell people like the name of these games, like I have a sweater on that has like insight.
Yeah, the insight, yeah.
Which number one already looks super like edgy. It's
like some
a red
deathcore
skull
band.
Yeah, it's like really bad. But if you try to explain it, and you're like, yeah, there's this game called Bloodborne. It's like,
yeah,
it sounds so dumb. Or like Dark Souls, you know?
Yeah.
The Soulsborne genre, Blood Souls. It's hard to be respected when you talk about things like this.
Yeah.
But
they started changing that with Sekiro and Elden Ring. They sound like books.
Yeah, they sound like a real thing. It sounds so horrible. By the way, dude, have you seen there's this like Thai trailer for Elden Ring?
No, I haven't watched any trailer or anything.
Oh, dude. When you play the game, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's pretty funny though. It's like tells the story of Elden Ring, but like in a modern family.
Oh.
It's pretty wild. Anyway. Let me tell you about number 7. The Nameless King is number 7. You ranked him very high. I think he was your number 3.
Number 3.
Nameless King was my... Oh, I don't know. He was like 17 or something.
No way.
I think he's fine. I hate fighting his bird. There's like...
his Wyvern or Wyvern?
Dude, there's nothing more frustrating than fighting that faux dragon. Like, you can't see anything. You can't see... I fought him like 40 times. Beaten him twice. But every time, when I get to him, it's not that bad. He's like weird and slow and delayed. And he hits ridiculously hard. But fighting the dragon is maybe like the single worst phase of a boss ever that I've ever played.
Wow.
You just can't see anything. And like the way the stage is all gray, you can't tell how far away you are from things. So like I'll think I'm right next to the dragon and start swinging, but I'm actually like 10 feet away.
Sort of thing, like the Four Kings or whatever.
It's like the Four Kings. So you like think you're close to something, but you're actually not. And then like your screen stops here and the dragon's like moving its neck around, and then suddenly you're just dead. Because there's like a lightning bolt and you couldn't see it. But I get that people love the boss. I just can't stand the first phase. I just think it's just annoying. And it's not that hard. It's just like annoying. I don't know how to describe it. I just get frustrated with it. But I know you like him, so tell me what you like about him.
Oh, it's the culmination of everything. I don't know, man. It's the first phase is whatever, you know, you killed the dragon. And I love fighting him head on in the second phase. But it's like this is like from the first game, this is Gwyn's lost son that he excommunicated from the lords because he wanted to like be with dragons and plotted against Gwyn.
He wanted to be with dragons.
And like everything, like I'm pretty sure you can see the Archdragon peak from the Dragon Slayer armor location because that was his mission, was to go hunt him down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. The music's awesome. It's just super cool. It's a very epic fight.
And you find
like you're just
Ornstein's
fighting on the
armor there?
clouds. Huh?
And you find Ornstein's armor there?
Yeah.
Because of course you do.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great.
He's very cool. I'm glad you like him.
I love him.
I'm sorry that
he
they
has
put such a
the
horrible
lightning
part of a
spear
boss
that
fight into
Gwen
the boss
has.
fight. Oh, yes, he does.
He sort of
I think-
looks like Gwen also. He's
Yeah.
like a very gray Gwen.
He's the gray Gwen. He's very cool. I like it. But not as much as you. Let's see who number 6 is. Ocelot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. Osiris. I love Osiris. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his charge attack in the second phase is pretty much not telegraphed. but it's okay. I like him. I don't think he's too bad. And he's really fun.
No, he's great. I love these sad fights where he's like holding his son. The best part is that you kill his son right afterwards. But you think it's just like a normal enemy, so you just like swing and kill him in one hit. But you're like, oh wait,
Oh, that's
looking for
Ocelot,
you.
huh?
You're looking for him.
That's so funny.
But yeah, super cool. It's I like him a lot.
He's a great
I don't
boss.
know if there's much to say about him. He's just like it's another one of those things that you don't expect.
Just wish he was bigger. All right, man. We're in the top 5. Wowza. Top 5. Number 5. The Soul of Cinder.
We
do
both
you think about that?
ranked him. I think I ranked him 6. So you
Yeah, I
must have
probably ranked him 4 or something.
4 or
4 or
5.
5.
He's great.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Except for his falchion. But or his curved greatsword version.
Yeah.
When he has the curved greatsword, I just start running away.
Is that his first or second phase?
I think it's actually random. I think he just transitions during the first phase between the 4 different weapon types.
Yeah.
And the lance. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous.
He's great.
He's a good boss. I mostly like him when he becomes Gwen. So
yeah, when he becomes Gwen and you hear like the piano version of Gwen's theme, that made me actually tear up as I was playing for the podcast.
Yeah,
a little tear rolled down.
It's tear beautiful. For Gwen. It's fantastic. I love Soul of Cinder, or at least I love half of Soul of Cinder. So I think from here on, they really are like the best of the best. There's almost no flaws in these 4.
Yeah.
Number 4, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Tell me what you like about the Dancer.
Oh my gosh, everything. It was my number 1. And first off, you got the slow motion moving. Almost, I mean, she's dancing. In a way, but it looks slow, like it looks like it's slowed down and in reverse for some reason. It's very trippy. It's takes a little bit to get used to like dodging and like timing everything right because of how slow it is. The music is beautiful. It's my favorite song in the game. And then you have once you get her down into her second phase, that's when the fire is introduced and like the cathedral area or the whatever you're in starts catching on fire. It's just beautiful. It's so cool.
It is super cool.
But yeah.
I feel like she looks like she's underwater almost.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
It's cool.
Very weighted.
Do you think she's super difficult? Because I think a lot of people say she's the hardest boss in the game.
No, I actually find her very easy. Like I never get hit when she does her like torpedo or tornado attack.
Yeah.
Just keep rolling to the left and you won't get hit.
No, I'm with you. I think she's not too horrible.
Yeah.
She's like difficult, but not horrible. I like her.
Yeah, I mean,
think
she
I
hits,
ranked her,
like,
like,
you get
11.
hit with her one combo where she doesn't stop,
Yeah.
then yeah, you're gonna die. But for the most part, no, she's very easy.
Yeah, mostly she's pretty easy to read. So
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm glad. She's in a good spot. Number 3. Always just out of the top 2 or top 1. My little dragon friends. Gosh darn you, Chris. I got Dark Eater Meteor.
Oh yeah.
You never let them win. I actually didn't rank Dark Eater Meteor first, but I think it was number 2.
Yeah, he's cool.
I love Dark
his,
Eater Meteor.
I love his stage. And of all the dragon fights, he is the best dragon fight in the Soul series.
I agree.
Like, hands down, you know.
Yeah, I think he's like the natural. He's like a marriage between Ancient Dragon from Dark Souls 2 and Calamite from Dark Souls 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's just great.
I
A lot
agree.
of people say he's like unfair, but I thought this boss was like perfect fair. Once you understand his tells, you just do what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Wyvern the Nameless King has is worse. I mean, he one-shots me with his fire every single time.
Yeah.
But with Meteor, it's, just run to his tail.
I don't know, because on my +6 playthrough, and this was the first time I've ever fought Meteor, was for the podcast.
On your
It was
+6
just one of those things
playthrough?
where, like, I mean, because you don't fight him unless you kick him off the bridge. So it's just one of those things where I just forgot about it and moved on. I felt like getting him off the bridge was harder than the actual boss fight.
Yeah, it can be really
took
hard.
so long
There's
on
a
my
lot of
playthrough.
And he'll just one-shot you too.
Yeah, he'll just kick you off or whatever. But yeah, he was pretty tough. I saved him for last for this playthrough.
He's probably the hardest boss in the game.
He probably is. Just with
because
some
the
of his
sheer-
attacks.
Yeah, like the sheer time that it takes.
He's a ton of health, dude.
It's
So much
like,
health.
even on like your first playthrough, he has ridiculous health. Like I would do 500 damage each hit, and it probably took like 30, 40 hits to kill him.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's crazy.
So. He's good though.
But
I like him.
I like him. I forgot where I ranked him. Number 7.
He was top 10. Yeah, it's number 7.
So he's good.
The next two bosses we agree on a lot, which makes sense since they're 1 and 2. But if it weren't for the emotion, this boss would probably be number 1. That's not true. This boss is number 2. But it's Sister Frida and Father Ariandel. Oh man, I love this boss.
Can we pause really quick? Did we skip Deacons of the Deep?
Oh yeah. We did. Where are they? Oh, they're number 13. I'm so sorry. Oh, we
that's
skipped
fine.
like 2 of them.
Who else did you skip?
Champion Gundyr. This is why I can't be in charge of lists, Chris. I can't see. It's okay.
All right.
They're
Where's
forgettable.
Champion?
Champion is 12. Deacons are 13.
Mm.
Where did you put them again? You put them like really high.
I really love the Deacons of the Deep.
Tell me about them. Tell me about your love for
Dude,
the Deacons.
That stage.
You
The
like
stage
that
is
coffin,
beautiful. The monolith in the center. It's just so cool, and like you're just fighting a bunch of like popes. It's not hard. I just like that the power that they're protecting is being passed along through each. You could look at it as like each generation.
Oh,
Each inheritor.
yeah.
It's very cool. They're not hard. I mean, but it's just the visual spectacle of it is very cool.
I'm glad. I like them. I don't dislike them at all. I think a lot of people hate them, but I like them.
Losers.
It's fun to just kill a bunch of mobs.
Bald men in robes.
Yeah, just one sword swing, like kill like 6 of them. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry I missed that because I know you like them.
I don't care too much for Champion Gundyr.
I know you don't. I think I like him more than you. I think I had him at 8.
You like him more than Udyx?
I like him a lot more than Udyx. I think he's like a really good optional boss. You know, like a really good challenge. Where he's
I really like the area as an option. Very cool.
Yeah, I really like it. I really love the Untended Graves, and I like him, and I like the Black Knights that are there.
Mm-hmm.
I think people don't like it because it's copy and pasted, but I think it's cool.
No, I have no problem with that. It's very cool. What was the reason behind it? Like, why is it the Untended Graves, and why is it behind Osiris?
Dude, no clue. I know that that's the actual location, and the location you're at is like outside of this world. It's like another dimension.
It's another hub.
Yeah. So Untended Graves is like the real version of it, even though you're going back in time.
It's probably just a time thing where you're in the future with. Or is it another dimension where he becomes the champion?
Well, I think it's back in like when he was at the height of his power.
Oh, so it's going back in time.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. But it's weird because it's like connected to the normal world. Anyway.
It's like a tear. Yeah.
It's cool though. I like it.
Mm-hmm. But back to Sister Frida.
Yeah, what do you think about Sister Frida and her father? And their dope 3-phase fight, boy?
Dude, one of the best boss fights ever.
It's awesome.
The music is great. Another one of those things that I really like is when it starts catching on fire because of his like attacks.
Dude, this makes sense why you love these big firefights. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really emotional. Like when you kill Sister Frida for the first time, and what's his name again?
Father Ariandel.
Ariandel, yeah. Oh yeah, it's named after him. He gets so angry at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of scary. It's like a really emotional scene. Yeah, I love them.
It's awesome. And it's probably my favorite gank fight, you know?
Yeah.
Because she's not like Ornstein. Or she'll just like be on you the entire time.
Yeah.
Like she gives you space and she tries to get you from like far away. You know what I mean? So I think it's really good. And it's the best, I think, 3-phase fight in the game.
Yeah. She reminds me of one of the bosses in Bloodborne.
The Astral
in the
Clock
DLCs.
Tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I always hear. I need to actually do that, but
yeah, you should.
Maybe I'll man up.
Maybe.
Here, actually, she's right there.
There you go.
But yeah, she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Although I had to kind of not cheese her, but I used a ton of backstabs each time I beat her.
I mean, it's a tool. You're using it, so
because it's so like hard parrying. To like dodge anything else she does. It's like insane. And I didn't realize you could see her if you went up to where she was when she was invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed she stayed invisible because why would someone stop being invisible when you walk up to him? But anyway, I had a really hard time with it until I understood that you could like know where she was and backstab. Yeah. But it's great. Great fight. One of my favorites, obviously. Now, for all those good counters out there, you already know who number one is. He's the greatest. It's Slave Knight Gale.
Yippee.
You don't like
him. He was
him.
my number 2, I think.
Yeah, you don't love him enough. You like
was he your
dancer.
Did he rank you, or did you rank him number 1?
Heck yeah, I did. Gale's the best fight in the game, hands down. He's like so fun. It's crazy. It's the best fight.
It's he is definitely like I don't know, just like a red herring for Sekiro. He reminds me a lot of a Sekiro boss fight.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's very rhythmic.
Specifically the Grey Wolf, I think it's his name, or Old Owl.
From Sekiro, yeah.
Yeah, from Sekiro. Super similar.
Interesting.
And he is a lot of fun. And you're right, it is like there's a rhythm to him, and it's very cool. Like when he pulls out his like crossbow and
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I've been killed by that crossbow so many times because I'll like roll away, immediately start healing, and then just dead. But I think his first phase is. I prefer his first phase, but he's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really
and
enjoy
just the
Gale.
story implications that you just like happen upon this dude who's trying to help his niece or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then once you find another one of Gwen's daughters, who's like holding the fabric of time in her little egg or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then you get flashed into the very end of time, and he's there eating the dark soul, and he wants to eat yours, and it's just very cool.
I know, it's so tragic, like he just wants to give his niece some paint, man.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants his
She
niece
needs
to be able
that
to paint.
perfect pigment.
Oh, it's very touching. And I love the music for it. I love like the second arena you're transported into.
Yeah.
I even love the first part where like he's going over the hills,
Yeah, it's funny.
It's awesome.
He's gotten huge. And I love how like his gear has been ripped apart and his sword is broken.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool. And then like there's lightning strikes going on in the middle of the fight.
It's like
it's
so
very
epic.
cool.
It's so
It
cool.
is super epic for sure.
Yeah, dude. I love Slave Knight Gale. I love wearing his clothes. Love wearing his skin.
I wear his red hood for sure.
Dude, he's
Naked
awesome.
with a red hood.
Naked with a red hood. Oh yeah.
Using Yorm's greatsword.
That's right. Well, man, that's.
Pretty sure I used Yorm's shield too. But
Oh, did
yeah,
you?
that's the
Hello. Yeah, man, that's it, guys.